Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shaunneka and today we will be diving into the magic that is the summer solstice. Maybe you have a little bit more pep in your step, or you're getting outside and enjoying the outdoors a little bit more, or maybe you're just feeling a little bit more joyful. I know I am. I love the summer. I love to be outside in the heat. So this practice today is really going to embrace that fiery energy that you might have been feeling by focusing on the upper body, specifically the heart and the chest, and of course getting into a little bit of the upper back. So I designed this practice to be both energizing and relaxing, which I think is the perfect way to head into this season, the season of summer. And towards the end of the practice, we will be finishing off with some breath work, which will tie it all in and make it a well-rounded practice. So for today, you're going to need 2 blocks. And if sitting on your block is uncomfortable, then I would grab maybe a pillow or something else that you can sit on for the breath portion or the breath work portion of the practice. That's it. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you on the mat. So from here, we will be making our way to a melting heart. So you can bring the big toes to touch for this one, or you can also cross the ankles if you feel like it's more stable in this position. So making sure your knees are in line with your hips, walk your hands out as far forward as you can, thinking about bringing them into more of a V shape. And then allow your chest and your chin to melt to the mat. Last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale, fill up. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently push into your palms. Lift the chest. And very gently come to lay on to your belly. Stack palm on palm and just let the forehead rest for a minute. Setting ourselves up for Sphinx here, bringing your legs nice and wide as your mat, and then propping yourself up onto your forearms. So making sure that your shoulders are in line with your elbows. And then you want to imagine you're pulling your elbows back towards your hip points. And as I do that, you notice that my chest comes forward just a little bit. And another option, if you like to go a little bit deeper in your Sphinx, is to come and prop your forearms up on blocks. And again, just making sure that everything below the waist is relaxed. So you're not squeezing your legs or your glutes. Everything is just soft. Feeling slight compression in the low back, but never pinching. So if you're feeling a pinching sensation, then I'd invite you to either lower the blocks or come off of the blocks. I don't know about you, but I can feel that tingling, like that static sensation. You know, back in the day when there wasn't a channel and you get static, you get that gray static. I imagine that's what it's. If I could describe the feeling, that's what it would be like. So ensuring that you're taking big belly breaths, nothing forced. You should feel that gentle push away of the belly on the mat. So we're coming into our last few breaths. You're very welcome to stay here, or if you'd like, you can join me in seal. I'm just going to push my blocks away, just turning your fingertips to the top two corners of your mat and pushing away. And again, everything below the waist is soft. Take our last two breaths. And when you take these breaths, make them nice and deep. Bring the breath right up underneath the armpits. You can even tent your fingertips if that helps. Inhale here. And sigh it out. One more. Inhale. And sigh it out. Gently lowering the belly all the way down onto the mat. Stack palm on palm and just take a moment here. Gently lifting the gaze here, making your way into yet another upper body stretch, so broken wing. For this one, extending your right arm out beside you and just glancing and making sure that your shoulder is straight line out beside you. You don't want your hands down below or your hands too high. So think of a T shape, bringing the right temple to the floor. As you push into your left hand, bend the left knee and roll right onto your side. So you can stack both knees, finding a twisted position in the legs, or you can bring that left foot behind the right. Last few breaths here. Take a nice big inhale. Sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. So if you had your left hand behind you, bring it back in front of you. Otherwise, bend both knees back into that twisted position. Extend your legs straight. Roll back onto your belly. You can bring your forehead to rest on your left palm and bring your right hand down beside you. And we'll do the other side, extending your left arm out beside you. Palm is facing down. Left temple comes to the floor. Bend both knees in towards your chest. Otherwise, if you're looking for a little bit more, you can bring that left foot behind the right. You can keep the right knee bent or straighten the right leg. Last few breaths here. Let's take our last two breaths. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And let it go. Bring that right arm out from behind you if you had it there. Bring it beside you. Bend both knees. Roll, straighten the legs, roll onto the belly. Stack your forehead on your right palm and bring your left hand down beside you. Gently lifting the gaze, pushing into your palms, finding yourself on all fours. So we've worked a lot through the upper body. We're just going to balance that out, finding a frog position here. So I'm just going to demonstrate because I know some have been asking about the proper foot placement or knee placement in frog. So bringing your knees nice and wide. Glance over your shoulder, and you want to make sure that your knee and your toes are pointing in the same direction. And then when you come down, coming down onto your forearms, you're thinking about pushing your hips back. So they're not going to move very much. It's just a gentle rock back. You can almost think of it as tilting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then the key here is to let the belly go, let the belly be soft. Last few breaths here, remembering to gently rock back, making these your deepest breaths. Let's take our last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale. And let it go. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently, gently rock forward. Come all the way down onto your belly. Move slow, 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 slow. Leave your legs out wide. Stack palm on palm. And let the forehead rest. When you're ready, you can inchworm your legs back together. Maybe shimmy your hips from side to side. Maybe bend your knees and windshield wiper the knees side to side. And we'll set ourselves up for our final pose, which will be heart on blocks. So grabbing your blocks, I'll demonstrate how I'm going to be placing mine. I'm going to place them on the second highest height. So first height, second highest height. You want them directly in front of one another. And then you want the top tips of the block at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. And then placing the first block just underneath your head. You can bring your feet out wide. You can tent the knees, totally up to you. I'm actually going to interlace my fingers behind my head for this one. few more breaths here. If you'd like, you can lower the height of the first block. Take our last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently rolling to one side. Removing the blocks with the other hand. And coming all the way up. And we'll take a counter pose. We've been doing a lot of opening up, so we're just going to close in just to help balance that out. You can snuggle your thumbs or your pinky fingers underneath your legs, palms face up on the thighs. Just let the head go. Last few breaths. Last 2 breaths, nice big inhale, really fill up into the back body. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. So gently coming all the way up. This is where we are going to come into our breathwork portion of the practice. So grabbing a block or your pillow if you feel more comfortable sitting on a pillow. I'm going to find hero's pose for this breath. So placing the block underneath and bringing my legs closed. So we will be taking Kapalabhati breath from here. This is a great way to energize the nervous system. It's also calming and uplifting. So it's a great to do this time of year, this season of summer. So I'm just going to briefly explain Kapalabhati breath. You want to imagine you're being punched in the tummy and you're bracing your belly. So basically on the exhale, you're drawing the navel in, you're drawing the belly in to push out the air. So the inhale is passive. So it looks like this. So you may need a tissue close by if maybe it is allergy season, so maybe you're experiencing allergies, you might have a little bit of a runny nose. So grab some tissues if you need it. We'll do 3 rounds just like that. It might feel uncomfortable and feel a little bit awkward at first, but the more you do it, the more succinct it'll be. So 3 rounds of 30. So we're gonna go in and inhale. Full exhale. Inhale halfway and begin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale halfway. Begin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale halfway. Begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. And sigh it out. Gently opening the eyes. I hope that left you feeling more energetic. In fact, I hope the whole practice left you feeling energized and open and ready to receive all that radiant energy that is summer. I hope you enjoy this season ahead. If you did enjoy today's practice, leave me a comment, let me know how it went, and I will see you back here in the next practice.